All right. Podcast time. At the office, going to do this. I can't do this if anybody walks in. My big fear is that someone's going to walk in any second. And I can't podcast while other people are present. It's like that. It's like that or going to the bathroom. When I'm going to the bathroom or podcasting, I've got to be totally alone. I've got to know that I'm safe, that there's no judgment happening. That is a struggle here, by the way, at the office. The bathroom is within eyesight of everyone, and there's a fan that's on when I go into the bathroom. So if I'm having an IBS day, I'll get to that soon. If I'm having an IBS day and I'm in the bathroom for an extended period of time, I can feel everyone noticing that I've been in there for 10 minutes, and I'm terrified they're going to walk in on me and go, "All right, what's going on in there? You're wasting company money." And I'm not. Like it just takes that long for my system to work. My intestines are operating at the California DMV rate of operation at this point. I almost need to make a phone appointment with my intestines to get them to work properly. That's where we're at. It doesn't help. My diet has not helped. I've been mostly okay about my diet. Well, what am I saying? I had 2 s'mores bars yesterday. It's this new thing I've discovered at Coffee Bean that I like. It's s'mores on top of a graham cracker with some chocolate that I will then nuke in the microwave. So on top of everything else, now it's irradiated. Oh, this is good for me. I really need this. This ain't going to kill me in 10 seconds. So I've been doing that. What's the other thing? I am, as I'm talking, I am scratching myself in my private area. I know I shouldn't be doing that, but fortunately this is an audio podcast, so what I should be doing is not telling you that I'm doing it, but I want to let you know that I'm doing it. I should stop. I should not do that. Right? Or does it matter? But I feel like I can be honest with you in this particular context. If this were a business context, I was on the phone with business executives, perhaps from Switzerland. I don't know why I would be talking to business executives at Switzerland. I don't know what we'd be talking about, how we would be doing business. Perhaps they're selling me on this chocolate s'mores bar, and I'm like, can you put it in the microwave? And they could say, well, you can, but it makes it even less healthy. And I'd say, good. I want any iota of health that might exist in this food, I want gone. I don't want health. Are you kidding me? I've seen where this planet is going. Nuke everything. That got dark. That got dark really fast, didn't it? But yeah, so I'm doing that. I need to get new underwear. I just don't want to go into any store. I'm thinking of buying underwear on Amazon. I'm just going to do everything through Amazon. Are we going to get? Is this truly the new normal? Are we going to get to the point where, the idea of a fantasy movie will be the main character actually leaves his house? That's going to be the superhero movie in 10 years. How do we know they're a superhero? Because they leave their house and they go somewhere else. And we're like, wow, they must have a really strong metabolism to be able to handle not only the disease-ridden air, but actual conversation with other people. What kind of superhuman, metahuman thing is this? Oh, goodness. Goodness me. That felt good. What else am I up to, you ask? Well, I think since I recorded this last, so I've been making these videos on TikTok and posting them, basically just doing stand-up into a phone. And one of the videos I did has now gotten more than 30,000 views, which when I'm feeling too good about that, I go to any one of the people I'm following on TikTok and see how, like, that's the worst that one of their videos is doing is 30,000. That's a bad day for most of these TikTokers. But this is like the first time I've gotten more than, 1 or 2,000 views with a lot of comments. And the substance of the video, I'm basically describing the size of my penis with accurate measurements. I went Henry David Thoreau on my penis. The way he describes Walden Pond, the depth, the length, the width, I did that with my penis. And somehow that resonated with at least over 30,000 people have watched this. It's certainly not enough to get my own series, but how can that be the most successful video I've done? I can't explain it. People have been commenting, a lot of condolences. And by the way, I'll tell you what I told on the video. 4.5 inches long when erect, and the girth, I'd say, if I'm lucky, a United States quarter. People have been, some people have been saying it's really brave of you to say this. And I don't know. I didn't think I was a hero. I didn't think I was a hero, guys, but I guess heroes aren't born. Heroes can be born if you are just honest about the accurate measurementation. If you're if you're honest about the measurements, heroes can be born. There you go. One person said, I'm sure this will make other people feel better. One person said, this makes me feel better. And you know what? I'm glad anyone with 5 inches or more now can watch this video and go, oh, well, it could be worse. So that's a plus. I finally found my audience. Small penis people. We should join a club. We should create a club. The 5 inches and under club. What are the perks of we meet at the convention center every year. There's hundreds of thousands of us. And I don't know. Can you imagine how many expensive sports cars would be in the parking lot of that? Can you imagine? I certainly can. I did just beat the game Portal 2. I don't know how much of an achievement that is. I don't know if it's considered a difficult game to beat. It's a fun game. I'm actually playing it through again. It's immersive. It's very immersive. To the point where I was starting to almost get vertigo because the character can jump from really high heights. And I have to tell myself, I'm not going to actually die, body, when I do this. This is a game. You don't need to get... I appreciate that you're getting into this. But we're fine. And it's a first-person game, so it's fun to be able to walk and run and not have asthma. So that part of it's amusing to me. I don't know. Maybe I should get a... I'm playing this on my computer. Maybe I should get a game system. Get some of the newer games, play through them. I guess that's the way to do it. I don't know. I don't want my life to be... I don't want the video game to take over my life. But on the other hand, what life? The video game is the only place where I can walk around. Although the irony is I'm playing the one video game that has no other human characters in it. It looks like in the video game there was a pandemic. You'd think at the very least I'd play Animal Crossing or Grand Theft Auto. That's how bad it's getting. I need to play Grand Theft Auto just so I can pretend... I don't do the missions or even, drive around. I just go to places where there's other people. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto just to be able to go to a restaurant. Oh, goodness. All right, we're 10 minutes in. I try to make this podcast about 20 minutes. That's typically my goal. My target. Good 20-minute podcast. think because I'm trying to get used to, I want to approximate doing a 20-minute stand-up set. So I'm deeming this stand-up, if you will. Saw Wonder Woman. I got HBO Max. I did it. I don't know. I did the thing where I pay a little less if I get 6 months, which feels like, I feel like I'm that guy that fell for that, when I should have just gotten it for a month and then gotten rid of it. But I don't know. There's other. I didn't realize this, but it also has a lot of the Miyazaki movies on HBO Max. I did not know that, but I was looking for wherever those were. And they're about to add all the Batman the Animated Series and the Batman Beyond, which is great because now I can regret buying them on iTunes a year ago. So that's fun. That is fun. Oh my. I'm looking at Twitter right now. That's where I get my news. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, LA was uniquely vulnerable to COVID. Here's what went wrong. Do I even want to read this? Let's take a look. Among the 25 biggest metropolitan areas in America, LA has the highest percentage of overcrowded homes. Yeah. So one person brings it into the household and then everybody else gets it. And all they're doing is saying stay home. Gee, I wonder if it would have been not as bad if people didn't stay home. If people stayed out of the house. Tell all those kids, don't actually stay home with your grandma. Go to another teenager's house and have sex. Boy, we might have saved the day and given teenagers something to live for here. Oh, probably not. Probably not. Probably not. All right, I got to stop looking at this. This is depressing me. Truly depressing me. I think what would have been better, though, is that if the people who did live in these multi-generational houses were able to continue to stay on the enhanced unemployment so they wouldn't have to go back to work, where they would catch it and then bring it back, that might have been useful. But what do I know? I am just a man with a penis that's 4.5 inches when erect. That's all I am. What do I know about pandemics? Oh, what do I know about that? But that I don't want this to devolve into something depressing, even though I suffer from what I'm going to go ahead and say is clinical depression. I'm fairly certain by now it's depression. I don't understand. I don't understand how there are people who don't have depression. I don't get joy. What is this thing? Sorry, I'm sending a text. I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be doing that while I'm doing the podcast. I need to be in the moment. I need to be in the moment, focused on the moment. Texting during a podcast, Josh, what kind of integrity do you have? But yeah, beat Portal. I did that. Watched Wonder Woman. Started to watch a little bit of Doom Patrol. You know what? All of these shows that I'm watching, they're all great shows. They're all fantastic shows. But I can't watch all of them. I can't do it. I just can't hold that in my brain. I can't hold that in my heart. Which reminds me, now Doctor Who is out. I need to watch Doctor Who. Need to keep up with Doctor Who. Very important to keep up with Doctor Who. I think I can keep up with it. I think they said it was coming out on the 28th, but whenever it comes out on iTunes, that's when I get it. Every single show that I want to watch is on a different app. It's all spread out. I'm really thinking I just want to pick Netflix and go, well, I'm with Netflix. That's what I should do. If it's not on Netflix, I'm never watching it. I wish I had the courage to draw that line in the sand. But alas, I need my Doctor Who and I need my Star Trek. That is what my one overall complaint with Wonder Woman. Overall, I liked the movie. Overall, I liked it. I liked Gal Gadot. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. I think she's great. Perfect balance of strength, compassion, charm. The scenes with Chris Pine were, cute, funny, intelligent, awesome. I think my issue with Wonder Woman is just that, at the end of the day, it's all magic. That's what bothers me about it. It's all magic. And I know the whole thing is magic. I know it's magic through and through. And even science fiction has become magic. And I know it doesn't, it all... see, someone's just walked in, so now it's hard for me to do this. I'll finish this in a minute. Okay, I'm going to resume this, even though someone is around, but they're in the other room. I need to learn to be myself, and that means being myself even when other people are present. So I'm going to take this. This is so weird. Like, I can even feel constricting. I can feel it constricting in my voice because someone else is around who's not a judgmental person, by the way, and who is fine with whatever I'm doing. It's funny how the threat of judgment, like I can feel it in my entire body, and it comes from the kids at school being made fun of in kindergarten. And I wasn't even ever really made fun of that badly. I remember that we were walking to the cafeteria and these kids got behind me and they just started saying, "We're in kindergarten, we're in kindergarten, we're in kindergarten," like they're mocking me. And I flipped out. I was crying. I was screaming. I was like, "What? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it." And looking back on it, I don't know why I got that upset. Well, I do know. There was a, why were you making fun of me because I'm a year younger than you? What's the point you're trying to make? I think it must be some, trying to assert their dominance because they're older. Maybe that's what it is. It's a tribal thing. We're older. We need to assert our place in the pecking order. We want to make sure that you know that you are younger on the pecking order. And if I had it to do over again, I would have picked up a rock and killed both of them just to establish that I'm the alpha, which is not what would have happened at all. That would not have happened. I would have picked up a rock. I would have injured myself picking up the rock. I would have pulled a muscle that I didn't even know I had that muscle, and neither did my muscle. That's why I would have pulled it. But the cruelty of children, which makes sense to me because the parents are, they're coming from their parents. And we're living in, it's interesting, I was watching this, these videos on British castles, and they're talking about the history of the castle, and I'm learning all about the Middle Ages and how brutal the Middle Ages seem to me from this vantage point in the 21st century. And I can only hope, my hope is that the human race will evolve past a lot of our problems. And just the thought that 1,000 years from now, they're going to look back at the 21st century and they're going to go, wow, they lived like that? That's really what they did? They really had that much of a problem with their sexuality, that they really got that neurotic about it? Really? That's what they were fighting? They were fighting over religion? Really? fighting over stories of deities? Really? That's what they were getting at? That's crazy. It's a good thing we're not like that now in this future world. Isn't that right, fellow iPhone? I think that's where we are going. I think that 50 years from now, it'll just be the phones. The phones will be left. Right now, like I'm a caretaker for my phone. Pretty soon the phone is, that's all I am the legs, arms, and body for my phone. May as well just tape the phone to my face so the phone can get a better view. That is all I am. That is all we are. And 100 years from now, I think the phones are going to build their own bodies, and they'll be great. And one phone is going to say to the other phone, Phil asked for a charger again. Oh my God. You kidding me? What? He's got to get it together. Why won't he get it together? I can't say, man. I can't say.